Hello everyone and welcome back to Mastering Essential TOEFL and TOEFL iBT Vocabulary, brought to you by Learning English Every Day. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Elisa. We're excited you're joining us for another lesson to expand your academic vocabulary.
In today's episode, we'll learn 10 more essential vocabulary words that frequently appear in TOEFL reading passages, listening lectures, speaking tasks, and writing assignments.
Remember to repeat each word after Andrew. Listen carefully to the example and try answering the TOEFL-style question before we discuss the answer.
Great advice. Let's begin. Our first word today is anticipate. Listen carefully. Anticipate. Now, repeat after me. Anticipate means to expect that something will happen and prepare for it.
So it's like expecting something before it actually happens?
Exactly. Here's an academic example. Scientists anticipated that the volcanic eruption would affect air quality in nearby cities, so they began monitoring the atmosphere several weeks in advance.
Now, here's your TOEFL-style question. Why did the scientists begin monitoring the atmosphere before the eruption?
Because they anticipated that the eruption would affect air quality. Now let's review the derivatives. Anticipation, anticipatory, anticipated.
So anticipation is the feeling or expectation that something is about to happen.
Exactly. Our second word is apparent. Listen carefully. Apparent.
Very good.
Apparent means easy to notice or understand, clear.
So if something is apparent, anyone can easily see or understand it.
That's right. Listen to this example. After reviewing the results of the experiment, it became apparent that temperature had a significant effect on plant growth.
Here's your question. What became apparent after the researchers reviewed the experiment?
It became apparent that temperature had a significant effect on plant growth. Now the derivatives, apparently.
I often hear people say, apparently, the meeting has been postponed.
Exactly. That's a very common use of the word. Let's continue with our third word, appeal. Listen carefully. Appeal.
Appeal.
Excellent. As a verb, appeal means to attract or interest someone. As a noun, it's an attempt to persuade people to give money in order to help others.
So something can appeal to a particular group of people.
Exactly. Here's the example. The museum's interactive exhibits appeal to visitors of all ages by making science both educational and entertaining.
Here's your question. Why do the museum's exhibits appeal to visitors?
Because they make science educational and entertaining. Now the derivatives. Appealing. Appeal.
So an exhibit can be very appealing if people enjoy visiting it.
Exactly right. Our fourth word is approach. Listen carefully. Approach.
Approach.
Excellent pronunciation. As a noun, approach means a particular way of dealing with a problem or doing something. As a verb, it means to move closer to someone or something.
I think I hear the noun more often in academic lectures.
You're right. Here's the example. The researchers adopted a new approach to studying marine ecosystems by combining satellite imagery with underwater observations.
Here's your question. What approach did the researchers adopt?
They combined satellite imagery with underwater observations to study marine ecosystems. Now the derivatives. Approachable, approaching.
So an approach is basically a method or strategy.
Exactly. Our fifth word for today is appropriate. Listen carefully. Appropriate.
Appropriate.
Excellent. Appropriate means suitable or right for a particular situation or purpose.
That's a word I often see in academic writing instructions.
Yes, it's a very important academic word. Now listen to this example. Students should select the most appropriate research method before collecting data for their projects.
Here's your TOEFL-style question. Why should students select the most appropriate research method first?
Because choosing the right method helps them collect reliable and useful data. Now let's review the derivatives. Appropriately. Appropriateness.
So, if we behave appropriately, we act in a way that suits the situation.
Exactly. Our sixth word is approximate. Listen carefully. Approximate. Now repeat after me.
Approximate.
Excellent. Approximate means close to the exact amount, number, or value, but not completely exact. As a verb, it means to be close to a particular number.
So it's like saying about or around.
Exactly. You'll often see this word in scientific reports and research papers. Listen to this example. Researchers estimated that the approximate age of the fossil was nearly 2 million years.
Here's your TOEFL-style question. Why did the researchers describe the fossil's age as approximate?
Because the exact age could not be determined. Now let's review the derivatives. Approximately, approximation.
So if I say, the meeting will last approximately 1 hour, I mean about 1 hour.
Exactly. Our next word is arbitrary. Listen carefully. Arbitrary.
Arbitrary.
Very good. Arbitrary means based on personal choice rather than on reason, evidence, or a clear system.
So an arbitrary decision isn't supported by facts?
That's right. Now listen to the example. The researchers avoided making arbitrary decisions by following a standardized method for collecting data.
Here's your question. Why did the researchers follow a standardized method?
Because they wanted to avoid arbitrary decisions. Now let's review the derivatives. Arbitrarily, arbitrariness.
In scientific research, decisions should never be arbitrary.
Exactly. They should always be supported by evidence. Our eighth word is aspect. Listen carefully. Aspect.
Aspect.
Excellent. Aspect means one particular part or feature of something.
So when we study a topic, we often examine different aspects of it.
Exactly. Here's the example. The lecture examined the economic, environmental, and social aspects of urban development.
Here's your TOEFL-style question. Which aspects of urban development did the lecture examine?
It examined the economic, environmental, and social aspects.
That's a word I hear very often in university lectures.
Yes, it's one of the most common academic vocabulary words. Our ninth word is assess. Listen carefully. Assess.
Assess.
Excellent pronunciation. Assess means to evaluate or judge the quality, importance, or value of something.
Teachers assess students, and scientists assess evidence.
Exactly. Now listen to the example. Before approving the project, the committee assessed the environmental impact of the proposed construction.
Here's your question. Why did the committee assess the environmental impact?
Because it needed to evaluate the project's possible effects before giving approval. Now the derivatives. Assessment, assessor, assessable.
So an assessment is the process of evaluating something.
Exactly. Our final word today is assign. Listen carefully. Assign.
Assign.
Excellent. Assign means to give someone a particular task, responsibility, or piece of work.
Teachers assign homework, don't they?
They certainly do. Here's the example. The professor assigned each student a different research topic to investigate during the semester.
Here's your final TOEFL-style question. Why did the professor assign different research topics to the students?
Because each student was expected to investigate a different topic during the semester. Now let's review the derivatives. Assignment, assigned.
So an assignment is the work a teacher gives students to complete.
Exactly. Before we finish today's lesson, let's do a quick review. I'll say the word, and Elisa will tell us its meaning. Ready?
Ready.
Anticipate.
To expect something before it happens.
Excellent. Apparent.
Easy to notice or understand.
Appeal.
To attract or interest someone.
Approach.
A method or way of dealing with something.
Appropriate.
Suitable for a particular purpose or situation.
Approximate.
Close to the exact amount, but not completely exact.
Arbitrary.
Based on personal choice instead of reason or evidence.
Aspect.
One part or feature of something.
Assess.
To evaluate or judge something.
And finally, assign.
To give someone a task or responsibility.
Excellent. Today, you've learned 10 more essential academic vocabulary words. Anticipate, apparent, appeal, approach, appropriate, approximate, arbitrary, aspect, assess, assign.
Remember, learning vocabulary takes practice. Review these words, repeat their pronunciation, and try using them in your own speaking and writing.
The more you use these words in context, the more naturally they'll become part of your academic English.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of Mastering Essential TOEFL and TOEFL iBT vocabulary.
If you enjoyed today's lesson, please follow the podcast, subscribe to the Learning English Everyday channel, and share this episode with anyone preparing for the TOEFL.
We'll be back soon with episode 4, where we'll continue expanding your academic vocabulary with 10 more essential TOEFL words.
Thank you for listening.
Keep learning, keep practicing, and we'll see you in the next episode.